My name is Peter DeWitt, and I live in Albany, New York. I was a school teacher for 11 years in some high-poverty city schools, and then I became a school principal in a rural suburban school district. I left a few years ago to start working with John Hattie. We're doing visible learning work, but my areas of specialty are collaborative leadership, so leadership work, school climate, and also safeguarding LGBT students. There are a few things that inspired me to begin a career in education. I actually was a former struggling learner who barely graduated from high school and actually failed out of a couple of community colleges before I found my way with a coach who had me going to the Learning Assistance Center. My grades leaped up from there, and I started working at an after-school program. And I remember working with kids just thinking, this is the greatest job in the world. I have a few books with Corwin. Number one is Dignity for All, Safeguarding LGBT Students. It was my first book with Corwin, and it was based on my doctoral dissertation on how well school administrators actually safeguard LGBT students. I also have published Flipping Leadership Doesn't Mean Reinventing the Wheel, which is part of the Connected Educator series, which I was the series editor for. I wrote Collaborative Leadership, 6 Influences That Matter Most, which is based on the research of John Hattie, and then School Climate, Leading with Collective Efficacy, and also Coach It Further, using the art of coaching to impact school leadership. What I've found is that school leaders, they get the job, they're given the keys to the building, but there really isn't a lot of professional learning development for them. It's for teachers. It's for, maybe initiative that's coming into the district or at the state level. But leaders don't always get their own professional learning and development. And I think that it's really important that after leaders have a couple of years of experience, that it's great for us to be able to come in and say, these are the pieces that you really need to be able to focus on, and this is what it looks like. School climate is a really important concept that they have to understand. What does their school climate actually offer up to the students? Because we often walk into a building from our adult perspective and what we see because it's where we work. But how do kids really feel when they're coming in? Because you're never going to get to that deep level of learning with students if you don't take care of all of those kind of things. And as a school principal, I didn't have assistant principals. I had my teachers and my staff. So all of those kind of pieces are where my perspective always comes from. And I think it's really helpful for leaders to understand that they don't need to know it all. And this is a place where we can talk about that and learn from it.